Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Dr. Buttitta and I want to share some information with you. And my name is Wilda Laija-Rodriguez, and you'll get to meet Dr. Buttitta in a moment. But I want to share some information with you first. So I am going to share my screen because I think that sometimes as parents, we are feeling a little bit stressed, especially with this whole COVID situation. So one of the questions is, and please give me a second as I pull it up, my apologies. Here we go. I'm going to start my show from the beginning. Here we go. So we want to support you in supporting your children during this time of the COVID-19 pandemic. And so one of the main questions that has been asked is, will my child experience academic regression during our quarantine? And the answer is possibly. Some students do experience this regress or this regression. Other students don't. So I think it will depend. But the good news is that there are other more powerful predictors of academic and life success, sometimes even more than school or attending school. So another powerful predictor of academic and life success is actually you, the parent or parent figures. So you have a lot to contribute, and this is probably a time to take advantage of it. So research indicates that you, the parent, can make a significant impact on your children's development, academic success, and overall life success. And I think it's important for you to realize that so you don't stress so much about your children's missing school or missing activities, because there's a lot that you can do at home. So research shows that your involvement in your parent and your parent-child interactions will influence your child's academic development. What can you do while your children are home, unable to attend school in person? Well, there's a lot you can do. You can read, and you have known about this. You can read to your children. Reading begins at home, whether it is in English or whether it is in your home language. Have books around the house, have books on tables, in the rooms, have them everywhere. Help them sound out letters, help them sound out words, read sentences, ask questions about what you and they have read. Reading can range from reading the pictures to reading words and sentences. So reading is so very, very important. That's another big predictor of academic success, reading at home. Play with your children. Engage in play. Explain the rules of the games. Explain what happens in rules if rules are not followed. Encourage collaboration and turn taking. Praise their success, but also discuss failure as needing to try maybe a different strategy. Teaching strategic thinking is very important, and this is an opportunity to help them expand and develop their cognitive abilities and their cognitive thinking. Role playing, your children are learning from what you do. Pay attention to your own behavior. Talk about what you do, how you do it, and why you do it. Talk through everyday activities and talk about how to solve problems. Show them how to do things by showing them, explaining things to them, and giving them constructive feedback. Remember that whatever you do, that's what they're learning. So role play and show them how to do things at home. Expose them to new things. Help them be part of your extended family. Help them participate in sports. Help them participate in community groups or in church. Help them volunteer. Expose them to museums, parks, nature. There's so many things that can be learned from these activities. Teach them life skills and problem solving. Teach them how to do everyday tasks. Teach them to do chores, assign chores, rewards, and consequences for doing chores well done. And teach them how to save and budget their money. And you have tokens in your kit, so you can help, that can help with that situation. And teach them how to solve everyday problems by considering various options. All these skills start at home, and you can certainly make a big impact in their lives and emphasizing these skills. And teach good habits. This is often a foundation of success. Teach good personal hygiene, teach them to do their bed, keep their personal space tidy, teach them to get up early, teach them to follow routines, teach them good time management, teach them respect for adults and peers. That is so very important. Help them be part of something. Being part of a community or group is very important, and help them find meaning in other aspects of living. There is a lot you can do while your children are not in school to help them with academic life. Again, not everything is learned at school. Most of it is actually learned at home, and most of it is learned from you. So you're a big influence in their overall academic and life success. If you want more information, this is a wonderful site, and I included it here, the searchinstitute.org, and they've been doing research on relationships and what promotes overall resilience in kids. I encourage you and invite you to visit their website. There's so much wonderful information. I included some of their information here on this slide, but there's so much more to it. So visit their website, and it's just a wealth of information. To sum it up, enjoy your children while they are home. And I found this little saying that says, success means doing the best we can with what we have. And with that, I am going to pass it on to my colleague, Dr. Buttitta.
Yes, so I think this dovetails so perfectly. So my contribution here is to say we have to take care of ourselves as parents. That is one of the most important things. You know, the old adage that put your oxygen on first so that you can be there for others. Well, my tips really are along those lines. And one of the things I've noticed is that parents really are very panicked about children falling behind, and I understand that. And what I have been sharing with parents is, please manage your expectations about academic performance and acknowledge that just like we're under a certain level of stress, our children are too. They're experiencing Zoom fatigue. They're missing their friends. They're having their own experiences. And so we don't want to pile that on by having extra added stress directed at our children in this area. Certainly, we want to maintain whatever we hope we can, but also to understand that there's some unique challenges that we're all navigating together. Something else that I find is really helpful for parents is to create daily rituals that promote well-being. And what I mean by that is to really, I refer to it as almost sandwiching your day with something very simple, like appreciating a cup of tea or a cup of coffee in the morning, getting up a little early before the rest of the house if you can, and taking some time for yourself to just sort of settle and get grounded. And then also closing the day with a similar activity, going for a walk. It could be with your children, it could be with your friend or partner or alone or whatever you do, and just sort of do something, journaling, exercising, just to kind of sandwich your day that starts on a good note and sort of ends also. Always integrating things like appreciating what you can, what you have, what is going well for the day. I'm a big believer that we all need to get up and move, and that this virtual reality is something that takes a toll on our bodies and our brains. So getting up and exercising, or even just stretching and walking around the house. One of my favorite things is to put on some music and do like a quick dance and invite the kids to join in, and then, get back to business, of course. And finally, I recommend utilizing, if at all possible, some of the free resources that teach us about and guide us in meditation and mindfulness practices. And some of them are listed on a handout you're going to receive along with this presentation. And again, they're free, they're accessible, and you can just simply download them onto a phone or your computer. And you can do it alone before bed. There's meditations that are as short as 2 minutes long that help you just get centered and prepare your mind and body to meet the demands of what we're all dealing with. And so wishing you all the best. Thank you.